Hello. Day 41. It is the 11th. Fucking hell. Time is moving fast. Just as fast as it always has been since the beginning of time. Yeah, but time's relative though, isn't it? Sorry, there's something on the camera lens. My ugly mug. Dreadful. It is the 11th of July, 2020. Today was okay. It's a Saturday. And I don't know whether it was because it was a Saturday or I've actually been good. And so my body decided to fucking hijack me and self-sabotage. I had a really long lie-in. Even though I went to bed by midnight, which by the way is a good night for me, because I'm trying to make it earlier and earlier each day, if you remember. I woke up at like 7:38, which is actually when I wanted to jump out of bed, which would be good for a Saturday for me, because Saturday I usually waste the mornings away. And even though I had like 7.5, 8 hours sleep, my body wasn't refreshed. It wasn't like, right, I'm ready to tackle the day. It was, I want to go back to bed. I want to sleep for another hour. And I'm like, you know what? I'll trust my body on this one. And I just kept falling asleep. I just couldn't bring myself to get out of the sheets of bed. So I think I jumped out of bed at about 20 to 10, basically. Old Ricky habits of like pissing away a weekend morning. I tried to recover. Just as I was getting into momentum, I did things like meditation and fitness and listening to my podcast while I drink a smoothie, and then my brother just hijacked my day. He was like, "Hey, I need help stripping wallpaper and moving heavy furniture in my house." So that was 3 hours. 3 hours of my life. It wasn't. Was it? Yeah, it was about 3 hours. And then I came back, and I managed to get on with a fair few admin tasks that I wanted to get on with, but I was just really kind of tired. I debated about having a coffee, but that would have meant having a coffee at like 5, 6 in the evening, which they say you shouldn't do because it means you'll go to bed late. So yeah, not great by any means. What happened is because obviously I'm trying to be good and obviously start new habits. I'm also trying to get into the habit of finding a new recipe every week and cooking it. So what I've done is I've given Saturdays of the day as a little task for maybe no more than half an hour. I try and search for a new recipe to cook next week. And that's because I do food shopping on Sundays. So Saturday I find a new recipe where I can list new ingredients, so I make sure to get them when I go food shopping. And then I can cook it in the week next week, and that can be my new recipe. All very good, well-intentioned. Maybe it's because I'm still suffering with bad habits with internet use. It wasn't directionless internet use, but I spent way too long just looking through vegan... I'm vegan, by the way. I didn't want you guys to know that, but I just slipped out. Looking through like vegan meals and vegan recipes, and I spent way too long on it. And it's really annoying. I don't know if it's because of my previous bad internet habits, or it took me a while to find a recipe I really wanted to make. But yeah, so I lost a lot of time today, even though I've got a lot of admin tasks still to do. So once again, I'm making sure I vlog while my dinner's cooking in the oven. Today I was very lazy. I nearly ordered a pizza, but then I realised, wait, I'm not going to order a pizza because that would be a takeaway meal, and I'm not doing takeaway meals anymore. So I literally just chucked like a vegan ready meal into the oven, and that's what I'm having, and that's cooking right now. So it keeps these vlogs really short instead of me talking for like 25 minutes. Sorry about the sniffs, by the way. I don't have a cold, but I was really conscious in yesterday's vlog. I was doing like that every so often, and it was pretty gross. I've got a pretty good plan in my head of how the rest of the day is going to go after I've eaten dinner, because I've got a fair few admin tasks to do, because I don't know, I feel really like on it. Like I'm being intentional with my time, and it's fairly effortless. I'm not even trying to be intentional with my time, but I'm like, okay, I've got to do this, this, and this, and then I just find time for it, and I just get it done. If I was to say that to myself last week, I'd have laughed in your face. I was like, there's no way that's happened. But yeah, it seems to have really, that combination of productivity, paraphernalia is my phrase, my catchphrase. That combination of all those materials I printed out and put on my whiteboard, they are really motivating me. Okay, you could argue that I slipped down this morning when I had the lie-in. And I got to make sure I don't dip. Basically, I'm going food shopping fairly early tomorrow morning with my mum, and she doesn't know it, but she's effectively my accountability partner to make sure that I wake up early. Hopefully, waking up early tomorrow and having a very productive day, both tonight and tomorrow, will ensure that I'm a very sleepy Sunday night, because I really, really would like to start Monday the 13th, basically hit the ground running. And if I can wake up in the region of 5-6 a.m., that would be really great, because it means I'm following my routine a little bit more religiously than I had been this week. Yeah, I haven't done the hypnosis yet, but I'm just gonna do that. I've got a pretty good idea of what I can do for voice work tonight, so I'm just gonna make sure I definitely do that this evening, and then I will be I'll be focusing on hypnosis tomorrow, because I've got a fairly good idea of what the workflow will be like anyway. So I hopefully, fingers crossed, it shouldn't eat too much of my time. Okay, I think that's it. I can hear my family calling the dogs downstairs. I don't know if you can pick this up. Anyway, yeah, thanks. This was the 11th of July already, 2020, which makes it day 41 of Vlogmas. I'll see you tomorrow for day 42. Thanks.